Hey friends, Ryan Smith here, Pastor Common Thread Church. Happy Friday to you. Hope you've had a good week. Looking forward to your weekend. I want to tell you a story that happened to me last weekend. So I have joined the craze, I don't know if it's a craze, but a group of people who are playing the game of pickleball these days. I started playing seriously. I don't know if seriously is the right word, but I've been playing a lot lately. And last weekend, I played my first pickleball tournament. And so it was a small tournament in Hot Springs, not too far from here. And you played doubles and mixed doubles. And both my partners, I didn't know them. They were assigned to me. But I was like, oh, let's go play. Let's see what it's like. Like I said, small tournament. And I get there, meet my partner, and we start warming up. And he's pretty good. He's decent, you know. And so I was like, okay, this is going to be fun. And so we start off our tournament, and the way they were playing this tournament is it was a round robin at the beginning. So you played all the other doubles teams once, and then they took those scores, and then they put you in a medals bracket. And so the first, second, and third games we won, and pretty handily in those sense. And then the fourth game, we played these people that weren't necessarily the best players there, but as we were playing them in that fourth round, you know, it got kind of, you know, they just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know if you've ever been around people, but they just our personalities didn't mix well, and it got close. But then we ended up winning, so we went undefeated in the round robin, and we were going into the medals round as the number one seed. And so what turned out that we had to play that team that we just beat in the first medals round, and that was going to be for to see who goes on to play first and second. And so we start the game. And start off a little tense, I don't know, for whatever reason, and going back and forth, and it's just getting, you know, it's close, and we're kind of some questionable things going on, you know, just competitive, and I've always had a competitive spirit. And then it's getting close towards the end. We're playing to 15, and it was 12-12, and I had this incredible shot with my forehand, and put it down. And it landed just on the inside of the line. And the guy that I didn't like the most goes out. I was like, what? And it's, you know, and I was just argued it, you know, it's clearly unclear, you know, it's his call, you know, there's no line judge. And so, I mean, it just boiled, like my blood began to boil. Anger came inside of me. And so, you know, what did I do? You know, I called timeout. Went over, I prayed to Jesus. He calmed me down and gave me peace, and it came back and I won the game. No, that's not what happened. I called timeout, went over to the sideline, but I was still furious, still angry, and I was like, oh, I'm going to show them. And, you know, I was just, my body was just on fire in some way, and ended up, we lost, and I made the losing shot that made the game end. And so we went on and we got third place in the tournament, you know, which is good for my first tournament. But it was very unsatisfying because I know we lost because I lost my cool. Like, I got angry at a silly game, pickleball, right? And I don't know if that's you, but there's things in my life that I do that I just don't understand at times. That I know better, and I've been competitive. I've been trying to get a better handle on it. And pickleball, again, it's not a big deal, but I don't know if that resonates with you. But for me, I always go back to Paul. Paul says something that I want to read it to you because the way he words it is so perfect. The way I feel it says, "I want to do what is good, but I can't. I don't do the good things I want to do. I keep on doing the evil things I don't want to do. I do what I don't want to do." A lot of do's and don'ts, right? This idea that I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't do it at times, right? And it's so frustrating, and it seems like the cycle keeps happening. And I'd like to tell you, if that's you, I'd like to tell you, here's how you fix it, right? But I can't, because I'm still figuring it out. That's what, you know, Paul still was figuring out at the same time. This idea that we have things in our lives that we keep doing, and we know we're not supposed to. And the only thing I can say to you is that we're in good company, right? That throughout Scripture, there are people who knew what they were supposed to do, but continue to not do those things. Now, it doesn't give us a license just to flippantly do whatever we want, right? but it is this idea that we are called to a higher standard, but also called to a life of grace where we live out and give each other mercy and grace, and we pick ourselves up and we do it again the next day, right? And so, I don't have like, here's the inspiring nugget to give to you other than to say, if you are doing things you know you don't want to do, you're not alone. And if you need help, because I need help, I'd love to join forces with you. I love to share stories. I love to encourage each other and lift each other up as we continue this walk of what it means to follow Jesus. So, hope you have a good weekend, and don't do the things you shouldn't do. But if you do, well, there you go. I don't know. Hope you have a great day. Grace and peace.